like me. But right now, do you know that I was lost? But right now, I'm truly been found. I was lost.
What it do? What it do?
Good Lord. Yeah. I was blind.
Appreciate everybody tuning in. To Third Perspective Podcast. Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify. Appreciate you. YouTube. I am Rap, B.I.D. Jones. That's rapping for your internet food. I got my man Red with me. T3P Podcast. We usually have trending topics, hottest topics on the internet. And we debate and talk about those. But right in the situation, we're going to start off all our podcasts in tribute. Because I don't feel like we're going to have an ongoing discussion about this on every podcast. So we let all our aggression out and all our feelings out on one podcast. And you can tell, you can know how we feel on that. So from this point on, we're just going to start our podcast off with a tribute, and then we're going to move on. So now, what it do?
What it do? What it do?
You know, your boy. I got my man Rail in here.
You know, aka the Prophet. You know.
You know. Hey, we're gonna talk about all-time great wrestlers of all time. You know what I'm saying? The best of the best. You know what I'm saying? You know?
I know what you're saying. What's the criteria we starting off with?
First of all, we got to collab with another podcast here, a wrestling podcast. We got to give shouts out to, you know?
Yeah.
It's a classic wrestling podcast. I got my man DJ Bill about to step in a minute. He going to give us his top 5. You know, my man Ray going to get his top 5. You know?
Always.
You know your man Rad B.I.D. going to drop his top 5. You know, dog? You know, everybody top 5 always be different, man. I don't know why. Yeah. You know? You know? How everything been? Everything been good, player?
Yeah, chill. Relaxing. Sick a few days ago. Man, damn. Ah, man, I was wiped out, dog. I ain't never slept that much. Sunrise to sunset. So how y'all been doing?
Been chilling, player. You know how it is.
I know. You watching this madness out here. Thinking to yourself, damn, man, my man Real caught that shit, man. I saw y'all.
Nah, I don't. You're right. I don't say that.
Yeah, you don't say that? Oh, okay.
At all.
It's all good.
But I do feel like, man, when you protest, it's different from riots. And riots is just a different animal. When you start rioting, you should have a purpose for that. That's different from having a peaceful protest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we're going to get back to that another day. You know what I'm saying, dog?
It's good. No.
But yeah, go ahead. You got something on your mind? Spit it out.
No, I'm good. I said all I had to say. I know.
You know
I'm gonna get to this wrestling and other sports stuff. They trying to start the NBA back up again.
that ain't good.
I know. They talking about end of July. What is even the point?
So you with them bringing them back up?
Nah, because they're gonna play in Orlando. All the teams gonna go to Orlando in the playoffs, and they just gonna play there. No fans. I'm like, what's even the point?
Yeah. You can't play ball with no fans. That's just lame.
Hey, I mean, who gonna hype you up? You hit that
Not
three,
even that. You said hype you up.
hey, you can hype off that.
Nah, but not even that. It's just like a game is made around fanatics, right? That's where you get the name fans from. That's what the game is made around. So if you don't have those there, it's just a pickup game. It's just you just practicing. You know what I'm saying? You just out there. It ain't like that's just a waste of time, man. I don't. If you can't have fans, let it go, yeah. Just wait till the new year start up, man. Fresh. You know what I'm saying? What you think?
Yeah, I think they should just scrap the year.
Don't even do the playoffs, none of that.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point? They
I
talking
know
about
that's what
they did a strike year, but that was different. A strike is a strike, and they played it from half the year on. Now I'm like, what did they even do?
I remember that strike year. They had some players playing. It was still a season. It just didn't have the players that you wanted to see.
Mm.
They had some players, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but it's still different. It's like no fans. I don't know how you work that. That's just lame to me, yeah. Like, I understand y'all trying to get LeBron some chips. You know what I'm saying? I
For what?
understand that's the goal, but damn, you know, if you're gonna start playing some lame basketball, nobody gonna watch no basketball with no fans. You just run around ski. Everybody cussing, you can hear that. Come on,
You
man.
know, I'm about to say they can't. They really just listen to commentary. You ain't listening to sounds on the floor and all that, the whistles and all that. You ain't hearing none of that.
Oh yeah,
Like you say, you're gonna hear everything.
exactly. That's lame. Forget
Yeah.
that. I don't know why they doing that. I don't know how they can make that even cute right there. That's a waste of time.
Baseball
So
too.
yeah,
They not trying to do that, but
football,
I said baseball.
baseball.
They gotta give back so much money. They like, nah, we ain't giving back all our money. It's just
I
wild,
just
man.
don't see how we doing this, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just all sport. I don't know. You could probably could do baseball though,
Huh?
because you probably spread everybody out.
Mm,
But some football games is indoors. They got domes and shit.
yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna do that. All basketball games indoors. So I don't know what they're gonna play outside.
Mm,
I don't know what they're doing. They're just lame. They're just over the top. So I'm gonna let my man in here, DJ Bill. You know, let my man in this joint. He the one. I don't know if I told you a story about or not, man. When I was when he first got. Well, I was doing little videos and shit about TNA.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then we connected off that, we talking and shit. And then he got me on his podcast, and it been like that ever since. You know what I'm saying, dog? You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yep.
that wrestling IQ is through the roof. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know about all that.
Don't let my man get in here. You know what I'm saying? Bill, host of Instant Classic Podcast. What it do?
What's going on? What's going on?
This my man Rail right here, my co-host.
Oh, what's up, Ralph?
How you doing? How you doing, man?
Hey, pretty good, pretty good.
We're gonna dig into this wrestling a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, rail into the wrestling too? Uh-oh now. Uh-oh, we getting it now.
No, wait. He's thinking into the wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We
I've been
getting it now.
retired. Yeah, I got a good 15-year gap in there.
Yeah, you seen it all then. You seen the highs and the lows.
Yeah, 15-year gap after that. I was like, okay. Before I
So
was
I
like
think
clockwork.
you was mainly a WWF dude, right?
Yeah, first, but I started when Monday Night War started. Like '96, I started watching both. I was dedicated then. Make sure we had cable in the house and everything. It was serious.
You best to believe you better have TNT, boy. You
Yeah,
best to believe
serious.
that one. I ain't missed nothing, boy. You right. You had to make sure you had cable to watch all these joints, boy.
Yeah.
TNT, get it in.
Imagine if you would have had DVR back then. Just imagine that.
Oh man.
I know.
That's when you needed it for real. Like, I mean, you know, AEW is nice, and you know all these other options we got is nice, but it won't. It ain't like what the Monday Night Wars was. And to be honest with you, I was so young back then. I wish I could really, like, at the age I am now, go back and watch it.
Nah, back then you can watch either WWE, well WWF, or WCW. You know what I'm saying? Because the WWF was trying to do what WCW was doing, so you was getting the best of both worlds as a viewer. You see what I'm saying? But me personally, I was WCW all the way. Yeah.
Nah, you was a fan when the Outsiders came.
Now, before Hogan went to WCW, I like Ric Flair, but I wasn't really a WCW dude. You see what I'm saying? Ric Flair was cool as shit. You know what I'm saying? He had the Four Horsemen. You know what I'm saying? And that made you click over to WCW. He's the only reason you'll click over there for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But you hurry up and click back. You know? But when Hogan went to WCW, that changed the dynamics, dog. That changed the dynamics.
Yeah,
I don't know where you at when that happened, Real.
I think so.
When Hogan went to WCW, where you was at when that happened, Real?
Sure, I was like, okay. My man Hogan there. First saw the Outsiders, I was like, okay. So this is where my man went. This is where my other man went, you know. I didn't see on WWF no more. And then bam, Hogan came and I was like, okay. Now it's real. And I was like, okay, now I'm watching. Cause that was the time period that WWF had went down from like 93 to like 96,
Exactly.
7. It was horrible, man.
Yes.
They had Doink the Clown and a whole bunch of weak characters.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know. I was watching it the other day. I was like, they had Doink and Yokozuna and all them. I was like, all right, man.
I skipped the Doink the Clown era. Trust and believe.
Yeah, after that.
I don't know. Yeah. What got you on TNA though, DJ? From watching WWF?
I don't know. To be honest, because the first memory I really have of TNA, because everybody talks about the Asylum days and all that, but really my first memory of TNA that like sticks out is Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe. I started watching before then, but it was that feud that really like reeled me in. I was like, okay, this is pretty cool right here. You know, this is really something. You know, a lot of people, you know, and even Casey, you know, whenever he comes in, he talks a lot about the Asylum days too. So, you know, I remember the Asylum days, but I wasn't really watching like that. Like I watched the matches from the Asylum days, but I wasn't really watching TNA like that. You know, back then before they really got on, you know, syndicated television and you know got that TV deal with Spike. When they got on Spike, I think I really started watching because at that time, you know, there was all kinds of stuff that people was trying. They was just throwing at the wall. You had the Lucha Libre Masked Warriors or whatever the MTV had. You know, you had some different stuff that people was just trying, and I think, you know, before then I was just a WWE fan. You know, that's all I knew. You know, because now you can get access to anything you want to. You know, it's at a click of a button. You can accidentally search something and find something else. So you know that's really what it was. I think it was that Kurt Angle Samoa Joe feud. I think that really kind of dialed me in on it. Once they went to Spike, it piqued my curiosity because I think before then I really didn't know any other wrestling besides WWE. That was it. You know, at that time, right before they came, you know, it was WCW, and then I was getting older, so I was understanding a little bit more. So there was WCW, and then soon after that, there was TNA. But then TNA didn't really become TNA until they got the TV deal with Spike. So I think once they got that TV deal and it piqued my interest, that's when I started to say, okay, yeah, let's see what this is all about. And then I was kind of hooked ever since. Not so much as of late, but at that time up until probably a year ago, I was hooked ever since. Um, and then a year ago, I don't know. I don't know if I got burnt out on everything, but I ain't really watched as much, as I used to. Um, I still enjoy having Raw from time to time. Like it was a religious thing. Like every week when Raw came on, or there was times I couldn't even watch Raw. I had to watch it the next day, but I didn't care. I watched it anyway. Um,
Yeah,
and now it's got to a point where I don't know. I don't know if I'm burned out. I don't know if it's too much. I don't know if I would. There's other things that I'd rather be doing, and a lot. I think as of late, it's been the game. More so. I just been on the game so much. I ain't been able to sit down and pay it. When I watch wrestling, I like to sit down and actually watch it. I don't like for it to just be on in the background. I'll still put it on the background and still watch it. But my biggest
yeah,
thing is being able to just sit down and enjoy it. And
exactly.
I ain't really done that in a while. I try my best to do that during pay-per-views. I try to really sit down and just watch them for what they are. But as of late, it's just been weird. I don't know. I'm trying to get myself back into it. I've been trying to get into a little bit of everything, and a lot of times too, when people say certain things, it triggers things in me to go back and watch. People are like, "Well, Ring of Honor is almost this." I'm
Yeah,
like, "Well, let's go see what's wrong with Ring of Honor." People will be like,
yeah,
Impact's terrible. Well, let's go see what's going on with Impact. Let's see why they're so terrible. So it just, I think a lot of times it's the discussion of it that makes me want to go back and watch it again. And there's just so much on. That's one of the bigger issues too. There's so much on that I can't keep track of left from right, down from up at this point. It's just so much. And
see,
at one point we probably was asking for all this, but now that we got it, we like, whoa. And then WWE putting out a pay-per-view every other week is like, you killing me. So
see, the difference between see that was the difference between y'all and me. Y'all watched all the wrestling. You see what I'm saying? I was just only watching TNA. You know, that was the difference right there and shit. So it was easy for you to get burnt out because WWE had shit on every night. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? They got Monday, Tuesday, every night is something on WWE and shit. And then the pay per view for your ass.
right.
So they doing too much to be honest with you. It's hard to want to see something if it's so much in front of you. You see what I'm saying? Like, for example, if you want to wait for a big match, it's like why wait for a big match when you got all these shows in between that? You know what I'm saying? It's like so much shit going on in between. Why are we waiting? Why you don't put it on those shows? You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's so much airtime. It's too much. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't tease nobody with this much airtime. You got to put it on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like
Well,
you
and that
can't
was
tease
the issue too.
people on that.
I remember us talking about in some Impact reviews. How at the time, when it was Lashley and Rude and MVP's little gang and all them, you know,
Woo.
Impact was promoting for the next week. We was like, okay, I gotta watch then. That's something I gotta see. Whereas we was watching WWE, they was throwing random stuff at you every week. And I think that's why we kind of enjoyed it. Especially
And
when we had the reviews and
yeah, you
whatnot.
brought
I
up
kind of
you brought
kept
up
that way.
MVP. That reminds me of Bobby Lashley. You know what I'm saying? Vicious. I don't know if real no Bobby Lashley. You know,
Nah,
you know something about
I
Bobby
saw him,
Lashley?
but yeah, I saw him, but I ain't getting deaf with him.
See? That's what I mean. It's like wrestlers get buried in TNA, and they be athletes, man. They be vicious. Like he had all the titles at one time. Like I think they had a girl joint too, didn't he? He had everything that they had on books all at once. He had the heavyweight, the tag team. I think he had the girl joint, didn't he? And they got mad with him because
No,
he
they teased it. You remember they teased it with who was that? Who did they tease that with? I can't remember, but she was a big girl though. She was
was it
who
Kong?
was it? Was it Kong? It might have been. It might have been when
But
Kong was back there.
he took the belt from one of them. I
Did
don't
he?
know if it was Kong. Then he had every belt on the thing. He had the girl joint because they
Yeah,
was
he did.
beefing about.
But I still think they dropped the ball with that because I remember when they did that, I was hype about them doing it, but they ain't keep it going long enough. They should have let him just run through everybody,
Oh yeah,
and then
yeah.
and then let somebody beat him eventually for each title, and that would have put them over because he destroying everybody. You know,
Exactly. Yeah.
this is the Lashley we've been waiting for since he debuted anywhere. You know, that's what we thought he was going to be, and then it took so long to get to there. You know, and I think MVP helped too, and it looks like WWE is
Yeah.
kind of taking that idea too, putting MVP and Lashley back together,
Hey,
which is
you
good. I
speak
think
on
it's good for
MVP.
Lashley. I think Lashley needs somebody to hype him up. You know, he
You, s-
needs somebody to say, yeah,
yeah.
this dude bad boy. You don't want to mess with this dude.
Yeah. Like a manager type, someone on the side. Yeah. But if he was like, man, damn, I wish everybody could watch him in TNA. He was a cold beast, Slim. Damn. Like, you see both of them, right? Now you tell me, because I never watched WWE. After I never seen WWE after it was named WWE. You know what I'm saying? I ain't watched it since WWF, right?
Lying.
So Bobby Lashley, you tell me who over there reminds you, is they close to anybody as athletic as him? Like, I'm talking about this nigga is like 263, some shit like that. I'm talking about athletic, man. He can jump. Dog, if y'all just watch some of his matches, Bobby Lashley's a cold beast, man. But I want to know, like, you seen both sides of the track. Like, who over there? Because I don't know who. I never watched the shit in so about 10 years over in WWE. Like, who over there you can say is like Bobby Lashley type athleticism and shit? That I could be like, oh hell yeah, that nigga must be vicious. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That is a good
Yeah,
one.
I'm about to say, yeah, it's a good one.
Uh, athletic wise, I think the game has changed with athleticism in wrestling nowadays. Really, you know, we seeing these dudes who look like they shouldn't even be able to move, and they out here doing crazy stuff. Who is it? Keith Lee. Keith Lee out here doing suicide dives. This dude nearly 300 pounds. Um, and then of course you got Kevin Owens, who's athletic too. I don't know if there's anybody built like him that's that athletic. These other guys, you know, they're built to the point where you're like, they probably shouldn't be doing this type of stuff. They need to be throwing people around, and then they hit them with a dive, and you're like, okay, they didn't suspended your disbelief again. Um, I don't know who is as athletic as Lashley in terms of his build. Um, that's hard to say. It's really hard to say. That was a good. That image reminded me actually of Apollo Crews. Athletic. He's small. So left corner in the middle. He's the U.S. champion now, I think. But they've done nothing with him. But he's really athletic. He's smaller than Lashley in terms of height.
Somebody on his picture.
Yeah, but he got a good build. Yeah, so on the left side, the very far left side, you got Alexa Bliss at the top. You got Cesaro at the
Who's
bottom.
this?
In the middle, right
Who's
there,
this right here?
right dude in the
You
middle, right
researched
there.
up.
That's Apollo Crews.
For real?
Apollo Crews is very athletic, and he's built. You can say Lashley's bigger than him, but he's a very muscular dude. He's got a very good build. Um, some of the stuff that he does for his build, you wouldn't expect it. Um, but yeah, that's Apollo Crews. That was who I was thinking of. Um, actually, that was a good picture you brought up because that's actually who I was thinking of. I was thinking about, I was thinking about that.
Okay. Let's get to this top list. You know? So how we gonna do it? Y'all need something updated to remind y'all some wrestlers or something? Or y'all already got the list ready to go?
So, okay, just for clarification's sake, um, is this top five as far as like this is our personal top five, right?
Okay. It gotta be some type of criteria with this.
Okay.
So real, what's the criteria with this?
Uh, athleticism,
Uh-huh.
mic skills.
Mm-hmm.
What else to find a good wrestler?
Now you gotta have ring present.
Yeah, that too. You know, y'all can add to that. I know it's like two more things that need to be added to the criteria. 5 thing.
I think I think that's about it right there. That should do it.
What about drawing power? Because
So y'all
that
want to
goes
put an
into
overall purse, like overall drawing money. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, I'm about
you
to
know,
say some people can't wrestle, but they can draw a hell of a crowd.
yeah, but
Yeah,
I think
but
it goes into it too because I mean you look at just putting Hogan at the top. He was one of the top drawing wrestlers. So I think I think that goes into it. He may not have been necessarily the most skilled per se in terms of wrestling, but
Nah, they
for
don't.
what he did at the time that he did it, he was everything that WWE needed. He it's in terms of his character and how it could draw, um, and how you could really like get enticed in him. But then you look back again and you say when he turned heel, his drawing power just went up that much more.
Yeah.
So he
No.
turned WCW into the top place to be now. So I think drawing power has to go into it a little bit too. Um,
okay. So it's gonna be four: mic skills, ring presence, athleticism, and drawing power. Right.
right.
That should cover everything. Right.
I think it should. I think it should. Now are we limited in any way? So like, are we focusing on the WCW's, WWE's, TNAs of the world, or is this all inclusive?
Might as well make it everything.
All inclusive. All right.
Yeah. You can say everything. Yeah. I mean, you can't tell me somebody in backyard Bob wrestling is better than motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's gonna fly.
I mean, I might try to pull somebody out of
You know what I'm
AEW
saying?
or what's the other one? I'm thinking of New Japan. I might throw a wrench in your plan. I don't know yet.
Okay, we'll see. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just start with everybody number five, right? We're gonna start real. Who's your number five?
Mm. Ultimate Warrior. You want me to justify that one? Or
You say your fifth.
yeah, my fifth pick. My number five, Ultimate Warrior.
Hey,
And
let
that's
me write
mainly
that down.
because his height was
Okay, hold
never
on.
matched.
Ultimate Warrior is real joint.
Yeah, I mean he had athleticism, but he ain't use it right. You
Warrior.
know what I'm saying? That nigga was jacked, but I mean he couldn't wrestle for shit. I'm like, dog, just practice your craft. You could have been number one. But in my book, yeah, he fine.
And
Cause
people
like
love him. You know.
cause he could draw anybody in. You know what I'm saying? He was out getting Hulk Hogan in '89 and '90, and then he just lost his mind, and I don't know what happened after that. But yeah, that's my number
So
five. His mic
now,
skills was average. His
no,
athleticism, I was
we're
gonna
gonna
break it
come
down.
back to
Okay, wow.
all explanation in a minute.
Okay, okay. I was about to
So your
say,
number five, Ultimate Warrior.
yeah, number five.
All right, boy, DJ, what's your number five?
Um,
Oh, that's my
I'm gonna
guess.
go number five, and typically I wouldn't put him this low, but I got to remember, uh, like we said in the Mike video, or the top 10 NBA players of all time video. I don't like to include people that I really didn't get to see. I like to know that I saw you and I was able to visit your run and whatnot. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so number five, and I'm gonna put him this low simply because of that. Um, I'm gonna go with Ric Flair. Um,
Good choice. Good choice.
simply because I mean you can't. Number one, you can't deny the fact that he's 16-time champion. You can't deny that. If we want to put it in the sports world in terms of wins, he got that. Um, but also, his ability to cut a promo, his ability to be believable, um, his ability in the ring that I think continues to inspire many. I think that's a part of it too. So, my number five is got to be Ric Flair. I will throw in some honorable mentions that I kind of just had on the list that I didn't put in. Y'all might take some offense to this, but you know, so let's see. Shawn Michaels was another one of my honorable mentions that I had. Kazuchika Okada was another one of my honorable mentions that I had.
For the fifth spot, or
No, just that they was like right. You know how we talked about being right on the edge. Like I want to put you in there, but I don't know if you quite at that level yet. Um, Shawn Michaels was one, Okada was one, and I think I got to put Jay Lethal just to show some love to some of my indie fans out there as well. But
hey, who?
Jay Lethal, the man was Ring of
Jay?
Honor world champion, brother. Come on, this man was he was good. You just had to see him. That's why he's on the honorable mentions. This is a personal top five for me, so it's a little bit it's I'm talking about in terms of me loving this man. I love Lethal. Okada's another one. Shawn Michaels is another one. They didn't make the list. They just down there. There was possibilities for me. I put them on the
Okay.
list of people. I didn't put them on the list. They just own the list of people. I'm trying to encompass everybody. Okay, I'm trying to encompass everybody.
You had a lot of honorable mentions there. You know, Ray, you got some honorable mentions for your fifth.
Let's see. My honorable mentions. Dusty Rhodes. This is my man.
So
Finisher, my skills. He could draw a good crowd too.
now, remember the criteria. Now, your fifth joint is Ultimate Warrior,
Yeah.
and your fifth joint is Ric Flair, right?
Yeah.
So since we ain't got too far, we're gonna bring Casey in. He can go ahead and throw his fifth in there before I go to my fifth.
It ain't fair to Flair, man. It ain't fair to Flair. See, I
What
think
it do?
Casey gonna back me a little bit though, okay, Rabbit? Casey gonna back me a little bit on the indie names. He gonna throw some indie names on you.
No.
I know Casey.
No backyard balls wrestling. Hey, Casey.
I mean, I could throw a lot of indie names in it. No,
I know.
Number 5.
It's gonna be like Spanish. But hey, Casey, this real my co-host right here. This Casey.
How you doing? Welcome to the T3P podcast.
What's up?
Go ahead. What's your number 5?
My number 5, I'm going with Ultimate Warrior.
Thank you.
He got the athleticism. He's got the charisma. That man could cut a promo on a toaster, and I would be into it. He could cut a promo on anything, and I'm
Facts,
Oh, you joking or you serious, right?
I'm serious, y'all. He had me buy a teddy bear, dog.
Okay, you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Ultimate Warrior. You say he can cut a promo? That's the part you lost me at. The Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
Go do your history, Rabbit.
Oh,
yeah,
go do your history, Rabbit.
It didn't always make sense, but that's the Ultimate Warrior. That's him, bro. That's him.
All right. Hey, so my number 5 is Chris Benoit. Number 5 all time. Now, his mic skills are kind of sour, you know what I'm saying? But everything else, he A1 grade A. Y'all know what that is right there. Platinum. You know what I'm saying? Anything, that headbutt off the top of anything. Vicious. The crippler. Vicious. You know what I'm saying? Vicious. That's number 5 for me. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he did make my honorable mentions.
Wow. There you go.
Wow. You know? Real. You good? Or you want to go to your number 4?
Yeah, I'm good. I told you my 5. And my man co-signed me, so already, great minds think alike. But my number 4 is your man Hulk Hogan. It's self-explanatory why he 4.
You said self-explanatory why he 4?
It's self-explanatory why he 4. That man could not carry a match to save his life, and I've been going back watching the old ones again, and I'm like, he's literally carried every match, I've never seen that like that.
God.
Even in his early days in like 81 and 80, he was being
Oh my
carried.
God. Are you serious?
He was being carried. Now his mic skills are good. They got a lot better from the early 80s to
Well, you know me, Gene. What are you talking about, boy?
his way to pull a crowd was got him 4.
Okay,
But
before.
overall, he can't
But
be
the
my number
problem
1.
will be, who the fuck can be? All right, go ahead, go ahead. That's your number 4.
Yeah, that's
right?
my number 4. Yeah, you got yours. I got mine. You know.
Now we got criteria though. Can we tell Casey criteria? Because you can't say that you got mine and you got yours when it's criteria, right?
See, but
Are
I'm
we
following the criteria. In my mind, that's why I rate Hulk Hogan. His way to pull a crowd is we got him higher at 4. His wrestling athleticism, he wasn't that athletic. I ain't see him jumping on stuff, and he stopped that, especially in the mid 80s on. I ain't see him jumping off the jump. He had one leg kick, you know, and a little huff, all that. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Wow.
keep it real.
mic work, ring presence, and drawing ability. We understand that?
Yeah, he had 9 on the drawing ability. Ring work, I give him a 4 at best.
Wow.
4. And his
What?
mic work is 7. Because sometimes you couldn't understand what he was saying either. He get off topic. Well, you know, Gene. Yeah. He started getting off topic, man. But I want to hear your review. You know,
for life. What are you talking about?
stop playing.
For life. Okay, DJ. Your number 4.
Real quick, one more honorable mention that I missed because for some reason, I want to put 8 people on the list. I really do. Chris Jericho is one of my other honorable mentions. He's still doing it to this day. Deserves a little bit more respect. Anyway, number 4, and this is weird for me because I've hated this man for my entire life. And no, it ain't Michael Tarver, Casey. I've hated this man for my entire life. Okay, to this day, I probably still hate him, but because of his, of course, he was might still even be the top heel at times. I gotta go with Triple H. People hate him. People still to this day hate this man. I still hate this man. He was the top heel because of, number one, how he carried himself. He carried himself like he was the man all the time, 24/7. Even when he was a face, he was the man. This dude, he was the man, even when he was a face. Also, I feel like his drawing ability was a little bit different than some of the other guys, right? He came in the Ruthless Aggression era, and they needed somebody. And this Hunter Hearst Helmsley fella, this bowing to the crowd, English accent having, this man turned himself into a bona fide star, and he won undisputed titles. He's got. I thought he would be the one to pass Ric Flair, just because of the amount he was winning. And I think too, I look more on his heel stuff than I do his face stuff. But his heel stuff, he made you hate him. The way he won matches, the little methodical way that he did things, he just made you dislike him more than anybody else. And I think that's why I gotta put him at number 4.
I gotta jump in there real quick. I gotta cut you off there, DJ. I'm gonna say it because nobody else is gonna say it. I don't think he would have got himself over if he hadn't been around the people that he had been around. He didn't really.
You saying because he was friends with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash and all them? And plus,
not even that.
His daughter.
Not even that. He didn't really start to get really big until DX.
Uh-huh.
And who else was in DX originally? Shawn Michaels.
Okay.
Mike.
My man.
And then when he was in Evolution, guess who he had with him? Ric Flair.
I like that. But at the same time, this a dude who had to come out of DX At first he was a joke as Hunter Hearst Helmsley. DX is funny, we're comical, and had to make himself serious and get himself over. He got himself over, and that's a fact. He got himself over. He was the top heel for his time at the top. He was the top heel. There's nobody else you hated more than Triple H. Nobody. I want you to name one during
Vince
that time.
McMahon.
Vince McMahon. Okay, I'll give you that one. That's the only one. Other than that, that's it.
I mean, I hated Stephanie more, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you think about it, he's right, because he was using the power of the company, so it really made him extra evil, like Bischoff back in the day.
And like, to be fair, I was a huge Triple H fan when I was a kid, so like, I'm not taking anything away from him as a character or as a wrestler. I'm just saying he had a lot of help getting over with who he, was put with, and who, he, let's be honest, he literally married the boss's daughter.
That don't get you over, though. Marrying the boss's daughter don't get you over.
I mean, it did, though.
With the boss. You ain't getting over.
Wait. You sure?
I'm talking about with the crowd now. I'm talking about with the crowd. We gotta remember. We gotta remember they wanted to push Cena and they wanted to push Roman Reigns, but they got booed out the building.
Wait. You telling me if you mess with the boss's daughter, Murray, that you don't get an extra push?
No, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying no. That's the difference. I'm not saying that. When I say get over, I'm talking about popularity. I'm talking about unpopularity. You can sleep with the boss's daughter all you want to, but that don't mean you're gonna get popular. That don't mean people gonna like you, or I mean, more so, they're probably gonna hate you. But I'm talking about in terms of nobody actually hates Triple H, but in terms of his character, we hated him.
Maybe. Where?
I gave my number 4.
Oh, yeah, we going.
Did you get yours? I think everybody did that.
Oh, it's on me.
Yeah, you or Casey, one of y'all.
I think it's on Casey.
Yeah, I didn't.
You did before?
I didn't do my 4.
All right, great.
And I mean, I guess since DJ did his, I'll do the rest of my honorable mentions too. So my honorable mentions also include Benoit, CM Punk, and Lance Storm. So yeah, but my number 4.
I think CM Punk's a real good one, Casey.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't like him in his later years, but I before that I loved him. Great on the mic. Great.
I'm talking about around the 2011 area too, because CM Punk, especially with that feud with John Cena, that transcended wrestling. People wanted to watch wrestling again because it felt cool again.
Yeah.
CM Punk was a part of that. CM Punk was a huge part of that. He was the drawing part of that. John Cena was the name behind it, but CM Punk was a lot of that. He was a lot of that making this feel real again.
Yeah. But
I would dispute that, but he did have some little bit of mic work, and you're right, he did change that little element of the game. So I can't dispute that. But he can't wrestle nothing like that.
He was one of the best wrestlers in the
what? Cena or CM Punk?
CM Punk?
Oh yeah, CM Punk was like that. CM Punk was like that, and his mic work was A1. A1 platinum, as Rabbit would say. It was like that.
He was like that? Okay.
I mean, and plus CM Punk is one of the only WWE superstars to ever have the balls to, first of all, break the fourth wall and basically call out the company. He didn't give a shit at the end of his, run. He didn't care anymore. He was going to do what he wanted. Not a lot of people would do that. Not a lot of guys would be afraid to do that, but he did it. So I got to give him respect for that. And then he went into the UFC, and we're not going to talk about him anymore.
But he didn't do it though. He didn't really do it. He got banished almost. So he ain't really do it. He ended his whole career.
He didn't get banished. They tried to get him back. There were multiple times they tried to get him back, but he wouldn't come back because of the way he was treated. They wanted him to come back.
Yeah, that's something different. They try to bring him back.
But anyway, my number 4 is Eddie Guerrero. So.
Oh man, you right. I almost snuck him in my top 5, but I just couldn't do it.
Just couldn't do it.
Yeah, my number 4. Like he almost at the edge, that 5, that Guerrero man. That's my man.
Yeah, I mean, he had the in-ring skills, he had the charisma. Mic work was on point.
Oh my god! And for him to be Spanish bilingual, he was still clear with his mic work. I loved it.
Yeah,
he's vicious.
Yeah.
And his chops. Oh my god! He was almost like Chris Benoit with them joints. Them chops was nasty, boy.
Yeah, he was one of the best.
Now, my number 4 going to shock all y'all. Going to knock y'all off the side. You know what I'm saying, Doc? It's a shocker. You know, Doc? So, now my number 5 was Chris Benoit. You know what I'm saying? You can't even, it's hard to debate that, right? But my number 4 might say you might have a problem with it. Now, my number 4 all-time wrestler is AJ Styles. AJ Styles. Hey, it's multiple reasons why, and it ain't his mic work, right?
Okay.
Dog, first of all, when he was in TNA, he carried TNA on his shoulders, right? And he didn't have any mic work when he did this. It was just pure athleticism, pure ring presence, pure drawing ability. That was just it. He ain't had no mic skills at all. You know what I'm saying? And when you watch him in the ring, he's just fluent, dog. He one of the smoothest wrestlers, dog. For his size, he could do all the power moves. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. When it comes to wrestling itself, he's like top notch, dog. It's hard to explain him. You gotta watch his matches to understand that he know wrestling and he got that shit down pat. You know what I'm saying? AJ Styles. You know what I'm saying, Doc? My number 4. What you think? I mean, got everybody speeches or something?
Yeah, you do, dog. You got everybody speeches. We up here pondering. We trying to figure that one out.
Talent wise, I think you're right. But based on the criteria, once again, you said not because of his mic work, but don't mic work got to be included. It's got to be all inclusive, right?
It's 4 criteria, right? He's real low on the mic work.
Okay.
Grade A. You can't help it. Everything else, he's the best at it. Or one of the best who ever done it. He's just smooth, you know. You just watch him. He's like Booker T, like smooth wrestler. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to explain that shit. But he could do anything. Fly, get power moves. He do all on the mat, whatever. Vicious. Just like Chris Benoit. Fly, mat, whatever you want to do. You know what I'm
saying? I can agree with that. He was even a star before he even went to TNA. If you watch his like early matches, when he was like on the lower indies, you could tell he had something. He had that it factor. He had that star power. You knew even back then he was going to be something big. And then he like you said, he went to TNA. He basically, him along with like maybe 4 or 5 other guys, really built Impact or TNA, whatever you want to call it. And then went to Japan, was a star there. Went to WWE, he's a star there. Like wherever he goes, he's one of the best in the world. He was born to be a professional wrestler. And there's not many guys that are born to be professional wrestlers. He's one of them.
Exactly. Now, it could have rubbed a little Hogan juice on his mic work. He been number 1 for. He been a difference. Now, I'm about to go to number 3. Somebody got something playing in the background. Number 3. Who we at, Real? What's your number 3?
I went over this a lot, but by our criteria, number 3, HBK, Shawn Michaels. I'm gonna justify this for you. Or you want to let everybody go first?
You can lay some details out if you want.
Okay, Mike through the roof, dog. I mean, his mic was on point. No matter if he was a heel or not the heel, his mic skills was good. His ring was good too until he got hurt in the later years. But before that, in his prime, your man had some epic matches. Whether you want to believe that or not, and he could draw the crowd, whether it be female or male. Male's gonna hate him and females gonna love him because once you hear that, are you ready? Come on, man. Everybody ready. You know what I'm saying? Let's
are we talking about?
yeah.
I'm just curious. You said later years. You must be talking about when he had the reunion with Triple H and they had the Brothers of Destruction match. Because that's not the only bad match I've seen from Shawn Michaels. To be real with you, and that was after like a 4-year, 5-year hiatus at this point. Like
that boy's some trash.
What? What you say?
Mic work is nice. Now I give you that. Yeah, you was on point with that. But anything else you bring up, he trash.
So all them high flyers, all them Bret the Hitman Hart fights, everybody he went through, all them people, all the matches was trash.
Yeah, that one good joint with Bret Hart. That was a nice match.
Huh? Shawn Michaels debatably probably one of the best. Huh?
He what? He what?
Huh?
He did.
I mean, wait a minute. I mean, the funny part is Shawn Michaels transcends. I mean, every era. In his prime, he was nice. Later on in his life, besides the whole Saudi Arabia thing, he was nice. Okay. Besides that, that's it. Like, this man, every time he stepped in the ring, this man was must-see TV. Every time. Are you kidding me, brother? Come on now. You're kidding. You're joking.
No,
You're joking. You're
top
joking.
5 all time.
Classic matches with Scott Hall. Classic matches with Bret Hart. Classic matches with Triple H. Classic matches with Undertaker. You're kidding me right now. You're absolutely kidding me. You got to be. He's even on my list that I'm still sticking up for.
Go ahead, Case.
Hold up. You said must-see TV. Have you seen this man recently after he cut his hair? That is not must-see.
Not now.
He comes on this TV now. I'm like, nope.
Not now. I agree now. Yeah, you're right. I don't know why he cut his hair. He should, if he was balding, he should just let it take its course.
Basically,
I'll agree. He is one of the best. He's good in the ring, good on the mic. Not my favorite on the mic, but that's just a personal thing. I like certain styles of promos. He just doesn't fit the style that I like. But he will always be one of the best. You can't take that away from him. Now, the best, not necessarily, but he'll always be in that talk of like the top 5 or the top 10 in pretty much
Junkyard Dog had better mic work than him.
What's that?
Junkyard Dog had better mic work than him.
Stop that, dog. You being insulted right now, dog.
I mean,
you're getting real insulting right now, right?
Pretty good though.
Hey, Junkyard Dog ain't a promo on your ass, boy. What you talking about? You tripping? Where we at? Number 3.
Yeah.
DJ.
This was hard for me because I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be straight up. Transparent with y'all. I want to put John Cena right here. I really do.
That's what's up.
That's it for you. Do. No more wrestling.
Hey, do that, dog.
I really want to put John Cena right here. He's got the drawing power. He ain't the best in the ring, but he make it work. They ain't go there, so I ain't gonna put him right here. I ain't gonna put him right here. I want to though. Wow. I want to. I'm putting Kurt Angle right here. I'm putting Kurt Angle right here.
Before you go any further,
imagine.
Let's talk about John Cena for a minute.
Oh my God.
John Cena. First of all, his mic work. Where that's at for you? Everybody on the panel, one by one. Real, where is mic work at?
I give it a 8 out of 10. He can talk to Mike good, dog. He can hype you up too.
DJ.
And he can respond to anything. I give him a 10. The man can respond to anything. The crowd love him, the crowd hate him, he
Yeah.
responds to it. He got it. And you gotta remember when he was rapping and making that stuff up off the top of his head. He know what he's doing.
Yeah.
He can control the crowd. It might not seem like it, but he can no, it definitely seems like it. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Mike Ward, he's like that.
Yeah, I break it down into two separate John Cenas. I go first off to his early years as the Doctor of Thugonomics thing. I give that like a 7 because it was more like rapping, which I mean, let's be honest, was never really that good. But like he was the token white rapper, and yeah,
It was
later
terrible.
on, it was bad. But I will get like DJ said, he's good at reading a crowd. He's good at reacting to the crowd. I give him an 8.
We'll go around. I'm gonna give him a 6.
Wow.
So we'll go around in the ring. What did he look like to you, Real?
He could have been better, but he could have been a lot better. But I give him a strong 8.5.
In the ring.
Yeah.
DJ?
I'm gonna echo that. I think John Cena will be better in the ring if they let him do what he can do. I've watched him have matches that you were like, wait, John Cena can do that? Because they never let him do that. They never let him do some of the things that he did.
See, that don't count.
Yeah, that count. Don't stop. That count.
It's gotta count.
That's gotta count.
It's gotta count. That's gotta count. Come on, man. That's gotta count.
I think, if they would have done this, and no. What you saw?
From what I saw, like I said, I'm still going 8. I just think he was limited, but it wasn't his fault.
Okay. Case, you already went. Case.
In ring, I give him a 7.5.
Man, you're on the same range. I give him a 7 in the ring. Now, drawability, of course. Matter of fact, go around Real drawability.
It's 9.5.
DJ.
It's a 10 to me, and you got to remember, just because people don't like him doesn't mean people don't watch him.
There you go.
Casey.
I'm gonna give him a 9 because for the little kids, he's a draw because they love him because of the colorful shirts and stuff. For the adults that hate him, they're still gonna buy tickets to see him and hopefully hope that he loses, and he never loses. But so he's still technically a draw. It's still technically a draw. If you buy that ticket,
has he ever lost yet?
What's that?
He lost by now. He ever lost yet?
He lost. But what I'm saying is, like, either way, whether you buy the ticket to see him win or if you want to see him lose, you're still buying the ticket. He's still drawing the crowd. So
yeah. Now I'll give him a 9 on the drawability because he was doing a lot of things. He was doing cereal boxes. He was in the army things. He was doing a lot of stuff. So yeah, I gotta give him that right there. So when we look at the criteria, he might be in the top 10.
Then. You meet the criteria, bro. You just said it.
Not the top 5. Not top 5. You're doing too much for the top 5, Mike.
Okay, I said I wanted to put him 3. Okay, I did. I said I wanted to. I'm gonna put Kurt Angle right here. I'm gonna put Kurt Angle right here. If Kurt Angle had the backing that John Cena had in terms of pushing him, because Kurt Angle, from a skill perspective in the ring, I mean, there ain't a lot of people that can even touch him. I mean, the dude is flawless in the ring. He can do things that it don't look like he probably should be able to do. He's athletic. He brings that technical aspect of wrestling, back too. In terms of promos, when he's the effing machine, when he's the wrestling machine, I think he's pretty good. But he's also got some comedy stuff that he had to do in WWE, with the little tiny hat and the milk and all that made you laugh and you enjoyed it. So I think he did some good things there too. what was that last little criteria? I was trying to finish it, but everybody is agreeing with me, so I don't think I have to. I think I'm good.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, Kurt Angle, yeah. Kurt Angle, yeah. There ain't a whole lot of explanation for that yet. His mic works some trash now.
Also, that's debatable. But also the way that he put Impact on the map a little bit more too. You got to remember that the way he put TNA on the map, that helps too. That's drawing power right there. You know, if you come in, albeit I think they helped him by having him go against the undefeated Samoa Joe at the time. When you come in, you go up against one of their top stars. This dude's running through everybody, but we know who you are and who you can be. I gotta watch this. That feud was must see TV. We talked about it. When
he first went to TNA, that was the shit.
Yeah. And I personally kind of put him in the same vein as an Eddie Guerrero, and what I mean by that is, both of them can make you love them. They can make you absolutely hate them. They can make you laugh. Like they're so versatile. The two of them, there have been times where I loved and hated both of them. There's been times that they made me laugh hysterically. I'll still watch old, promos and vignettes of them just being goofy, and they know how to change and like how to adapt. And a lot of guys don't really know how to do that or don't have the ability to do that.
Yeah, there's a lot that don't have the ability to do that for sure. Yeah, I have to give you that right there. What's your third case?
My number 3 is the man they call Sting. One of my favorites of all time. Incredible ring presence, whether he was Surfer Sting, whether he was, quote, the Crow Sting, Wolfpack Sting, whatever Sting iteration you want to talk about. And people will argue that the mic skills thing, like he didn't really do many promos, but he had that presence about him where he could just stand there and just give you a look, and that was all you needed to know. You knew just from the way he was looking, the way he was staring. You could tell everything he needed to tell you without saying one word. He just had that ability, and again, not many guys have that, but he did.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you that right there too. No debate here with that one. Real?
Oh yeah, I was first. You the one didn't go.
I know. You got something to say about the one he just named? Number 3?
Oh, no. Nah. That's a good pick. I forgot all about Sting too. I was like, dang,
I know,
yeah. He brought back Marys. I was like, dang. So time there he was WCW.
That's one of my honorable mentions. So, you got something to say about that, DJ? His number 3?
Sting? No. Sting's good. Sting's good. Another. What you say? Another.
One thing I liked was when he came back and didn't open his mouth for about a year, and still was drawing power. Mm-hmm. So you can't hate on that.
Yeah.
Now, my number 3, drum roll. Macho Man.
He stole my joke. Oh, you a thief.
Yeah.
He stole my man. Dang, dog.
Macho Man. Come on, dog. That's number 3. I ain't got to explain Macho Man to nobody. You know what I'm saying? That's number 3. Macho Man, Randy Savage. You know when he came with Elizabeth, he was the man when he started off with Elizabeth. But when him and Hogan had those matches back and forth, man, I'm telling you, the mic work, when you had two people with good mic work, dog, it's unlimited. The drawing power to that match is unlimited, dog. You know what I'm saying? Vicious. I'm listening, DJ. You got something to say on your mind?
I ain't got nothing to say. That I agree. I like that. That's a good one.
Hey, what you got to say, Casey?
He's on my list. He's on my list. I'll get to it. He is on my list.
See what I'm saying? You fucked everybody up with that one, right?
Look,
you fucked people up, man.
You gotta be covered.
All right, that's what's up. Real, we had number 2 then, right?
Yeah. Oh man, number two. I was torn because it's a personal favorite, but I gotta do it. I gotta go Ric Flair, number 2. To me, he was the epitome of wrestling. He could draw. His ring sometimes can be a little lackadaisical, but his finishing move was the best ever. Because everybody know how to do the figure 4. To
Still
me,
breaking
yeah, that's
legs
number
to this
2.
day.
I had to put my nephews in a couple days ago. You gotta let them know. But yeah, that's my number 2.
You
His
ever hit
ring
the
was
bridge with it though? That's all I gotta ask. Because
the.
they down for the count. You do that, that's it. It's over.
That's for sure. Party is over. But
I got too high. I should
There's
put
no
him
debate.
lower.
There's no debate to that. That's number 2. That's hard to debate that.
Yeah.
DJ?
Number two. Everybody know the great one, don't they? It's got to be The Rock for me. Did he have the greatest sharpshooter of all time? No, he didn't. But when The Rock was on your TV...
Before we go any further, did you just say Rock was the number 2 wrestler of all?
Rock is number 2 for me.
Number 2, dog. Number 2.
All
number 2.
time.
Now you
all
gotta
time,
remember.
man.
You gotta remember my criteria now.
Yeah, we going by the criteria.
I got y'all's criteria, but
right.
I also got my own little criteria. I feel like I had to be a part of the movement with him. I got to be a part of the movement with him. And The Rock is my number 2, simply because number 1, when The Rock get on your TV, you gonna watch it to this day. When The Rock is on your TV in a wrestling ring or lighting his name on fire or whatever, we gonna watch it. Like it's a fact. We gonna watch it, and we gonna say, and merely we gonna say it. Like this dude, charisma, ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous in terms of being charismatic, and we all know that. And in the ring, he sold everybody's moves like they killed him. He invented stealing each other's finishing moves with his cohort, Stone Cold Steve Austin. That was the first time I'd ever seen that. It probably happened before, but that was the first time I had ever seen it. I was like, whoa, what the heck, y'all? You can't do that. No, you can't. They even put it in the video game after that. Yes.
He got the best stunner cell of all time. Nobody sells the stunner better than The Rock.
I
know. And he is part of probably the most probably the feud where you actually put the top face and the top heel together at the biggest show of the year. He's one of the only people you can say that's really been a part of it. We're talking about the number 1 on the bad side, number 1 on the good side. They going at it, and you got to watch it all 3 times. You got to watch it every time, and they did it over and over again, and people loved it. When he came back as Hollywood Rock, I hated him. He made me upset, but dang on, he was so good. He was so good. This dude right here, you can't. You can't like. He might not be as talented necessarily as like a Ric Flair in terms of in the ring and what he does in the ring, or Shawn Michaels or whoever you want to put in terms of the wrestling aspect of things. But the combination of his ability to work in the ring and his ability outside of the ring in terms of keeping you invested. Every time The Rock gets on your screen, you got to watch. You have to.
Now, I got a lot of disagreement with that, but
well, calm down,
right? Calm down, right?
Okay, first of all, the criteria, right? Ring presence. Yeah. He has none of that.
Really?
Huh?
Did you say really?
Yeah, really. I'm trying to figure that out.
Man can't wrestle more. No, he cannot wrestle at all. He works in Goldberg.
No, get out of here.
I'm about to say,
you gotta go. You got.
Yeah.
Can you kick him out?
First of all,
he's kidding me.
You don't get mad at my man Hogan for having 3 moves, But how many moves this boy got?
He
Maybe
still
2?
moves. No,
More
he still.
than 3, and he'll steal yours. You know, this man, come on now. Just because we know him from the rock bottom and the people's elbow, don't mean he won't do more than that.
All right. Think about his biggest matches ever. His biggest matches, right? Give me one of his biggest matches against who? Probably Triple H, somebody.
Rockin' Stone Cold, Rockin' Triple H. There's plenty more.
Stone Cold.
Say.
Nobody named Stone Cold. Why? What the hell happened to that?
Oh, he coming. Don't you worry.
You got this clown number 2. So it's no way the hell Stone Cold ain't gonna be on your list, left alone. He gotta be number 1. Because this boy right here is some trash. Number 2 all time is where I'm trying to figure this out at.
What are you trying to figure out? Mike
number
skills, 10.
All time.
Drawing ability, 10. These are 10s right here. Drawing ability, 10. Mike skills, 10. That's 20 right there.
Okay,
I get it.
That's the best Mike worker we ever seen, possibly.
Don't do that.
That's the criteria you set forth in the beginning. Stop that, man. You mean Hollywood Hogan got that wrapped up? Hulk Hogan, nah, ain't the same. 2 different characters.
Case, you're number 2.
My number 2 is the best there is, the best there was, and better than Shawn Michaels. Bret Hart. That's right. I said it.
You messed me up, dog. That was my one.
You know Bret screwed Bret, right?
Bret did not screw Bret. He did not. No. He the best. He's the best.
Dog,
he's not the best. He number 2, but I mean, he had the presence. He had the in-ring work. He had countless amazing matches.
Except not with Shawn Michaels. Yeah, it was only one he had with Shawn Michaels that was great. According to Rabbit, just one.
I will say he was weaker on the mic, but I think
weak ain't the word.
He didn't find it relevant. So just put it like that. About wrestling, he didn't care about the mic. He thought there was man's job to hype him up. But continue. I agree with everything you said. That's my man right there, dog.
I mean, but to be fair, he came from a family where work rate was more important than mic work. You know, so in ring, hardly anybody can do better than him, especially technical wrestling wise. Like he came from the Heart Dungeon, and if you've heard any stories about the Heart Dungeon, it's not a fun place you want to go to, ever. But yeah, and I mean the fans absolutely loved him. Like you
love this man.
See him give his glasses to a little kid. That was the highlight of that kid's probably year.
Preach. I wanted to be that kid.
Me too. Like, just to be able to meet him, I would probably pass out. He's been one of my favorite wrestlers since I was a kid. Like, you know, but he'll always be top 5 in anybody's list. I guarantee. If you're talking about pure professional wrestling, he's people always talk about, you know, the Mount Rushmore of pro wrestling. He's on every single one. He has to be.
Now he's passing on Mike. Complete trash, and not even deep trash, right? So we can't give no points for Mike, none. All right,
you get one, dog. You get 1 point.
Nah, he can't even get that 1 point because he terrible. Then he can't go without a manager. He one of them wrestlers that need a manager. So I don't know how he can be in the top 5 and need a manager. All right. So now, with that aside, he is vicious. He is one of the top 5 pure wrestlers ever. ever. So, but everything, all the criteria, he don't meet none of them.
What?
That's it.
What?
So he had no.
But you said
Mike,
that one thing he don't meet is
yeah,
mic work.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's it. Just mic work.
Hold on, he had no mic skill or drawing ability. What are you talking
Yeah, he did.
Huh?
He
What do you
carried
mean?
WWF in the mid '90s.
Are you serious?
Curry did it.
I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all feel that way because I can't really knock him for putting a hot number 2. Just he's a pure wrestler. When I put AJ Styles number 5, number 4. You know what I'm saying? So, but all around, AJ is better than Hitman. You see what I'm saying? So, but hey, to each his own with that one. You know. Now, where we at? My number 1 or number 2?
Where's your number 2?
Yeah, you're number 2.
Drum roll, please. You know what I'm saying? That. Woo! Ric Flair, boy. Number 2, all-time wrestler. Y'all, there's no way you could debate that. You see what I'm saying? So, all my joints, irrefutable. You can't debate these things. You know what I'm saying, dog? Mike work, Bishop. This nigga was 6-time. As a matter of fact, I got it down here. You read that? 6-time wrestler of all time of the year. 6 times. You see what I'm saying? That ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? Over a career. It makes it so bad. I don't even pick my man Big Papa Pump in here. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all. That's my honorable mention, though. You know.
Oh, we really would have to hurt you on that one.
Ric Flair. Woo!
I mean, can we talk about Big Papa Pump's math skills though?
Oh, you don't want to do that because he almost in the top 5. Don't do it. Don't do it.
He almost.
I slip him in there. First of all, his mic skills. First of all, he stuttered a lot. His mic skills was like that, Snap. You can stop playing. And he don't need no manager. Then you don't want to talk about the inside the ring at all. Because he 10. If it can be 11, he'll be 11. That's what you talk about. So you don't want to get to
what you're saying is he had a 33 3/3 chance of making your top 5.
Hey, I say it again. He stuttered a lot. That's all. You know. Well, I'm number 2 is Ric Flair. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget about those peaks. What's wrong with you, boy? That's the man right there. Real? What's your number 1?
Well, I was torn between 3, but I got honorable mention Undertaker, and Mick Foley, because I do like both of them, but they didn't meet my criteria to make top 5. But they were my honorable mentions, especially Mick Foley. I love all his characters, But that's here nor there. But my number 1 was Bret Hart, It's self-explanatory. But I was torn, though. I was torn. It was between him and my man Macho Man, but, I put Macho Man 6 because he had his time point. Yeah, he's 6 on my list. But we ain't doing top 10. We're doing top 5. It would have been Hollywood Hogan, but we can't do characters. So Hollywood Hogan is the greatest character I've seen in a long time. But we ain't doing characters. I love Hollywood Hogan. I love Hollywood Hogan. I don't like Hulk Hogan. I love Hollywood Hogan. I love Hollywood Hogan. I just don't like Hulk Hogan.
You cannot do that.
I know. I was just throwing it out there. Okay. I'm just saying. Hollywood Hogan would have been number 1 for him. But I'm going to go with Bret. Because that's just, I'm not, that's my man, dog.
Okay, Bret. Bret Hart is your number 1?
Bret Hart.
So Hogan ain't even in your top 5?
Yeah, he is. He's 4.
Oh, yeah. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, DJ.
I mean, if we talking characters, I had to put Billy Ray in mind if we were just going to put characters.
There you go.
But, Billy Ray was good.
What'd you say?
Don't tell me about it.
Billy Ray.
Don't come at me about this, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Wait, but what about the Twitter machine?
Twitter machine. I'm telling you, that's gonna be anyway. Now number 1, Stone Cold Steve Austin. This is a personal favorite. Will always be a personal favorite. Won't nobody ever pass Stone Cold for me. Not one person. The man was touted for his in-ring ability before he even became Stone Cold, and then he became probably the most popular character that we've ever seen in wrestling. Probably, period.
Huh?
He was more popular than Hogan. More popular than The Rock.
Hey, you funny, dog.
More
You
He
funny.
was,
popular
though.
than Hulk Hogan. More
Now you
popular
funny.
than Warrior. More popular. Who else? Than Cena. It don't matter. It don't matter who you put next to him because they always want to be. They always want to be.
Wait. Let's back up. He was more popular than Hogan. What are you talking about?
Facts. He was there when in their most popular period. He sparked it.
I ain't talking about Hollywood Hogan yet. Just regular Hogan.
We talking regular Hogan?
Hold up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm about to say regular Hogan and Hollywood, two different things, man.
Yes, by far.
Hold up.
By far.
Wait.
The regular Hogan was the biggest Hogan.
Nah,
He was bigger than even Hollywood Hogan.
When he went heel, that changed the game, dog. Everybody in the
But he
world
was
said it.
bigger.
It was must see
He
TV
was
to watch
bigger
that.
as
Man.
No, hold up. To be fair, Austin would not have been as big if it hadn't been for the era that he was as big in. Think about it. He was that big in the Attitude Era. And the Attitude Era was only really that popular because of the shock and awe value. The wrestling really was not that good.
Because of circumstances outside of their control.
Yeah, and if we didn't have the Attitude Era, he wouldn't have been as popular.
Well, you can say neither with the NWO, neither with Hollywood Hogan.
No. Back up. Wait. Don't do that.
Since you got him on the screen.
Don't do that. First of all, it's no Attitude Era if it's no Hogan in NWO. The only reason it was the Attitude Era is to come back. The reason because the NWO.
Look, the comeback was better. The comeback was better than the start of it.
It's the comeback to NWO terrorizing wrestling. And who was the spearhead of terrorizing wrestling? Hollywood Hogan. You see what I'm saying? Now, before that, who was at the spearhead of the face of wrestling? Hollywood Hogan. Now, can't nobody do both of those things. You see what I'm saying, Doc? Be a heel and a face and dominate? Get out of here. I ain't even get to my number one yet. Where we at?
I mean, he right, though.
We at DJ number one?
I already said my number one.
Yeah, he said hands. So
Casey. There ain't no debate.
Casey number one.
Yeah.
All right. My number one is the Macho Man Randy Savage. Greatest of all time. Great in-ring. Amazing ring presence. Promos top notch. Like, I can't even find a bad promo for Macho Man. I have tried to find a bad promo for Macho Man. It doesn't exist. He was great in the ring. He was part of one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time with Ricky Steamboat. And not that wasn't even one of his best. I don't think personally. He was an incredible wrestler. I think that does get overlooked a lot for just with his character, because his character was, over the top. It was, larger than life. So I think that kind of in some ways overshadows his actual amazing in-ring work. But if you actually go back and watch his matches, he was really good. Like one of the best. But for me, he's got to be number one. He has to be, for me personally, number one. He hits all the criteria out of the park.
Oh yeah, that's not even debatable right there about Macho Man being number two at all. Because he, like you said, he chips all the boxes easy with no problem. You know what I'm saying? The drawing power was out of the roof. Nobody could draw more than him other than Stone Cold and Hogan. And I don't even think Stone Cold was in him and Hogan arena when it comes to drawing power. You know what I'm saying?
And also, just to add, like with just to give you an idea of how for the people, for like younger people who maybe didn't really experience him, like DJ, because he a child. For me personally, I can remember and will never forget exactly where I was when I found out Macho Man died. That's how big and how important he was to wrestling fans, to the wrestling world. I will never forget exactly where I was. And yeah. So best, absolute best.
Yeah, he was huge for sure. Well, y'all already know. I don't need a drum roll for my number one. You know what I'm saying, Doc? It's automatically, y'all know who my number one is off the break.
Yeah.
26-inch pythons, boy. Eat your vitamins. You know what I'm saying, Doc? Eat your vitamins. Ain't gonna talk about he ain't athletic. Nigga, when he was in the peak of his prime, he was athletic for his size. He's most.
What was that, 79?
Wrestlers out there.
Nah, 78, 79. It had to have been then, because Hot Lips didn't do nothing.
For a big man, though, dog. That's the problem here. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even transcend wrestling. He was wrestling. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you was to pluck him out of wrestling wouldn't even exist today. Literally. You start all the pay-per-views after him. Your first big joint was first Hulkamania. You start your first joint off WrestleMania and been called that ever since. You see what I'm saying, Doc? Number one ever. Well, you know Mean Gene on the mic. He blew Mean Gene up. See what I'm saying? Turned him into a star. Like Muhammad Ali and my man, the white dude. Muhammad Ali used to mess with. What's his name? Muhammad Ali and Howard Cosell. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about, boy. He brought up Mean Gene like that. Well, you know Mean Gene. That's his first line when he come out. You know what I'm saying? Mean Gene get to be on cartoons now because he said that. You see what I'm saying, Doc? Real transcendent wrestling. Then, as he get older, okay, let me switch it up. I can't be strong. I can't be like that. Eat your vitamins no more. The times has changed. Let me switch this up. Now I'm gonna do some gangster type stuff. NWO for life. You see what I'm saying, Doc? For life. You know what I'm saying? That's transcend. Now, for the next 5 to 10 years, it's people trying to do that. You're trying to do the NWO thing. You see what I'm saying? That's how you make wrestling different. You change wrestling as you go on in your life. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
you start off changing with the WrestleMania. Then he ended up with the NWO to cap his career off. Nigga. Good, then bad. Number one wrestler of all time. Mic work, undisputable. You see what I'm saying, Doc? You feel me now? For life. Y'all got something to say?
Yeah.
For life.
He should thank his man, Eric Biggershaw. Without him, he wouldn't have been there. There you go. Yeah, I'm just saying. They had to convince that man to go bad.
We cannot hate on my man, though. All right? Let's not do that.
Oh, I don't. I love Hollywood Hogan. That's the only Hogan I love.
No, that's the same person though.
No. He got a little black beats in his goatee. Nah.
That's like saying the Giant and Big Show are the same person. They're not. They're not.
Number one of all time.
You trying to tell me Diesel and Kevin Nash are the same person? Nah.
Hell no.
Nah.
Don't do that.
I'm about to say that.
Don't do that. Now, they tell me once he left WWF, he didn't transcend and make people want to leave WWF and go to WCW.
I think Vince did that.
He changed wrestling, dog. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I appreciate everybody that tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, the whole nine, Google Podcast. I appreciate y'all a whole lot. We got DJ Bill in here, Casey, wrestling gurus. You know what I'm saying? Plug y'all YouTube joint, man. Twitter, all that.
The Twitter's under me. The ICW _podcast. It's the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast on YouTube. Like we kind of mentioned a little bit before, I think we both kind of got burnt out a little bit, needed some time away. We're trying to get back into it. Definitely. I know we say that a lot of times, but eventually, the rhythm will get going again. It's kind of like working out. Once you sit down for a minute, you like sitting down. Sitting down is fun. But we get back into it. So yeah, definitely check us out. We'll be on here definitely. Whenever we're invited on, we'll definitely be on here. Rabbit and I have had some good discussions over the years, and even on this new podcast he got too, we've had some good discussions. So
most definitely. Case.
What he said also. Go. I'm gonna do a shameless cheap plug. Go to my Pro Wrestling Tees, prowrestlingtees.com/CR O'Malley. Buy yourself a t-shirt. Help me out because all the shows are canceled because of COVID-19. So I ain't getting shows right now. So help me out.
That's another thing. That's another thing, dog. I see you been moved, and then you working in an arena now, dog. I see that. I like to see the growth, dog. Now you a manager or something, right?
Yes, sir.
That's what's up, man. You gotta let me write some of your promos. Yeah? You know what I'm saying, Doc?
I mean, I'm pretty good with the promos. You can't write promos for the best because I'm already the best.
Hey,
Impact.
You got to be taking bucks, man.
I
know managers ain't got to take bucks.
I'm just waiting on the contract from like Impact, AEW, WWE. That they come.
Exactly. Hey, and once that happens, you gotta put me on the team so I can write your promos. I gotta write your promos.
I'll think about it. I'll consider it
for life. Hey, that's what's up, though. I appreciate y'all, though, man. A whole lot, man. Appreciate y'all a whole lot, man. You know what I'm saying? Tune in again. I'm gonna get y'all on here another time too when we talk big wrestling. Real think he a wrestling fan, but he ain't. You know what I'm saying?
I said I'm retired. I might come back out now. Y'all done piqued my interest again.
But yeah, I'm gonna hit y'all up, man, and get y'all back on this joint again, man. I appreciate y'all a whole lot.
I appreciate it.
No problem.
Like I said, man, check us out, man, on Spotify, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. You gonna catch me and your man Real. You know how we do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Real, you got something to say to the good folks?
Check me out, Real Gamer 82. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitch, and I got YouTube page as well. That YouTube page is Real Car. Come check me out. I download videos twice a week. At least I'm trying to stick to that schedule. Just COVID ain't got us out here doing too much, but But yeah, that's about it.
That's what's up, man. Hey, appreciate everybody, man. Man, Real and Big Homie missing again. I'm always missing one of these. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like that.
I was legitly out because I wasn't feeling well. But I'm back now.
Well, yeah, we will be back in the pit soon as possible. Sunday we'll be back in that pit. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can download that from Spotify, Google Podcasts, and wherever you get your podcast at, and we'll be on there. You know what I'm saying? Check us out. Shouts out to Texas. Shouts out to Bowie, Maryland, Upper Marlboro. Appreciate y'all a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
And we out. You know what I'm saying, dog? Let's Real got anything else to stab in here. We out.
Like, subscribe, comment. I love seeing y'all comments. Keep it up.
We out, man. Appreciate it. Now we're gonna get this cutting off joint right.